Kia ora, Taurus. This is your reading for this full moon, big full moon in Gemini, which is happening as we speak, probably been feeling the build up to it. So let's get your storyline out. I'm trying to be faster and slightly shorter with these readings because I think our attention spans have become a little shorter, less expansive than what they used to be. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thanks again for all your subscribes. Please do. And likes and comments. Really appreciate that. Let's get into it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So for anyone out there with a sun, ascendant, or moon in Taurus, thanks for joining me. And check out any other titles that stand out for you as well. Let us begin. We get the Tower coming out here, Taurus, to begin with. We'll get these cards out and clarify with a couple of other decks. I've also got a Rock Mineral Crystal card for you, face down, which will turn up at the end, see if it pertains to this reading. So we're coming out here. Look, I like the Tower. I think the Tower's a wonderful card because sometimes it's not just something that happens, that some bolt of lightning comes out of the blue and blows our world apart. It's not like that. There's a large level of insight and clarity that comes with the Tower card, and I really like this Tower. The other aspect here is that we do often dismantle our own tower, alter it, do a bit of a reno on it. It's a wonderful card, wonderful sort of Uranian blast that gives us a fresh sort of view on anything in our life at any given time. I say emphasis on fresh view because we've got the King of Swords looking straight at that Tower. This King of Swords, swordsman of the mind, is a wonderful character that really sorts the oats from the chaff, as it were. You know, sweeps and clears out what is not required, and there's a purpose for that. It's called getting rid of the detritus, I guess, that we don't need. And there's a lot of personal truth that is expressed in this Knight of Swords. And people talk about their personal truth all the time, but is it not just about being congruent with what you say and what you do? I think. So this is interesting. We then have the Hierophant. This could be someone in your life that provides you with a level of mentorship. Now, we have friendships, you know, that provide us with that. Particular people that we really take their opinion seriously, or that they are guides for us. They do help us sometimes, and we seek out their opinion, their guidance, mentorship, the Hierophant. We get given here what is in effect sort of spiritual information, not religious, I'm not talking about that. Spiritual information for us and us alone. And it opens up a new door for us. It opens up more information that maybe we require at a given time for a given purpose. It could be anything. Then, dear Taurus, we have a wonderful card of rest and respite. Now, no one else gives that to us. And we all individually have our places and spaces that we do get, that we do go into, and it is where we are reinvigorated, you know. The wonderful thing about the Four of Swords, yet another sword, is that indeed we give it to ourselves. We value ourselves enough to do that. But the great thing about it is that in that state of rest, where the volume's turned down, there's no distractions, it is simply rest, that a lot of information can come to us at that, in that resting phase. You know, you could call it downloads, ideas, creative thoughts, ideas, imaginings, all sorts of things. So it's a wonderfully productive kind of shake up here, which I do feel that you have initiated yourself. So on that, let us clarify here. For Taurus, we're clarifying the Tower, wonderful new insights. What's worth putting our energy into and what's not? Maybe it comes down to that. Can we have some more insight into the Tower for Taurus? We have the 9 of Discs, which in itself a wonderful card of independence. You know, this is the self-made person, I guess, or it is actually a card about surrounding yourself with what you value. So in this reading, there's sort of an element of how do you value yourself, and actually what have you around you that indicates that, you know, traditionally a figure in a garden with beautiful birds and animals and jewels. You know, what do you value? It's very Taurian. Identification with what is value to you, and also what is your value, you know, that connection. We also have the Fool coming out. Vitality, fresh new beginning, a little bit of a shake up, new insights in order to embark on a new journey as such, knowing what you do value. You know, it's pretty nice. King of Swords, please, for Taurus. We've got too many cards. King of Swords. Interesting, we do have too many cards, but I'll go through them kind of quick here. King of Swords. Liken this to what may in your own mind have appeared to be a little bit scary, a little bit fearful of. In fact, was really quite invigorating and fruitful and productive for you. 9 of Swords, we're talking about unfounded fear and worry. Sometimes that's about how others see us. Sometimes that, you know, I don't want to think that someone thinks that I'm being harsh or unfeeling. Unfounded fear and worry does not do any good. What I'm talking about here is that I think potentially, you know, this may have been a scenario where, with that clarifying the King of Swords, that potentially you were felt that something was required, and so you did it. Prior to that, you were worried about how it would be received, but it's all okie dokie. So anyway, bear with me. King of Swords, 9 of Swords, unfounded catastrophic thinking, whether it's projecting forward or thinking about something that's already been has passed, does no good. Second card to clarify, we've got the beautiful 2 of Cups, absolute balance, equal giving and receiving. It is also a card of our relationships, the contracts that we have, you know, emotionally with other people, and how we operate within those contracts, family, friends, whoever. It's a really beautiful, harmonious card. And then the Queen, Yes, it is, isn't it? No, it's the princess, sorry. Terrible. Princess of Cups, beautiful muse. You may well be, inspiring others. You might be in your actions in relation to this King of Swords. You may well have inspired others. The princess is really the muse. It's very Neptunian. It's very limitless. And of course, we have to have discernment here. Otherwise, there's a limitless nature to giving, to catastrophic thinking, and to the Neptunian world of the imagination. These all have good and not so good qualities, is what I'm getting from that. It's interesting. Let's look at the Hierophant, if that makes any sense, Taurus. We started with Gemini readings today. We're ending with you, so bear with me. Lucky last. We're looking at the Hierophant. This information, or as I said, the key that opens the door to a lot of new information, new insights, mentorship, all of that. Four of Wands. Excuse me. Some call it the happy home. And the key here is if this is actually a word, a reappreciation of the place that you call home. The place where you belong, the place where you are free to express yourself and all of those things freely. There's a central hearth here that keeps this sort of wandered wheel going around and movement. Now, what does that have to do with the Hierophant? I'm not sure, Taurus. But as I said, the key, we get given a key. This is spiritual information, not so wild that it cannot be seen in the mundane, domestic world, your world, in your place of home. Something about this, your place of home, is sort of opening up, for you. Perspective is altering here, Taurus. Let's look at the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, as I said, there's a lot of information that comes to you in a state of rest. And this may well be a time where you get time to take time out. And it's incredibly productive here. Very productive for the Taurian. Oh, what was that? I seem to have things falling over here. So we're looking at the card of respite, Four of Swords, rest, quiet. And we get inspiration at these times. We certainly do, Taurus. The Sun, vitality. Vitality at the beginning and the end of this reading. Just a great new infusion of energy in your world, in your home. Sun, beautiful, fun, play, all of those great things, combined with a kind of raw gift of the Ace of Wands. Now we're talking about wands being of the will, of all of those things like vitality and enthusiasm and just real vavum stuff. We get this beautiful gift. This is the thing that animates all of us, life force. This is the energy. And we seem to have it in spades at the moment. So it's pretty amazing. I'm just going to because you've sort of shaken things up a wee bit, is what I think. That's what they seem to be saying, these cards. So, Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy cards we have, just to sum this up. Wonderful. Just to sum this reading, we have the Spirit Dancer. Now we've broken through this veil. Any barrier to full expression, any barrier has been burst through here with the Spirit Dancer. This is about free expression and allowing ourselves that, you know, to spontaneously break out into a Kate Bush dance or something like that, you know, or just branching out and doing some creative stuff. For you Tauruses out there, you're breaking through any limitations on that. I think you just got a lot more energy at this time. And we also have the Singer of Initiation. Something's occurred here, some new insights. You may have initiated these anyway yourself. And it's a really interesting time for you and full of a lot of enthusiasm. Rock mineral crystal that you can carry with you, Taurus, through the week. We've been getting this coming out quite a lot through a lot of these readings, actually. Aragon star cluster, which looks to be like a crystal. Earth healing, grounding, stress relief, and vitality. And I think you've just got that in spades. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you for the new moon next time round in a fortnight or so. But enjoy this full moon in Gemini, Taurus. On that note, ka kite.